So in this video, I'm trying to compare whether you need the base certification for the statistical business analyst, and trying to compare whether is there any dependency on both of these certification. So prior to this video, I was making a video on the analyst certification, the SBA, and we looked that we might be required to play those for loops and the if loops to really clean up the data, winsorize the data, remove the top 5 percentile value, remove the negative value, and things like that. So in that aspect, any idea about playing with tables and playing with raw data would become helpful. Now, if you are giving that statistical analysis software, if you have never used SAS, you have not given the base programming language, then this is the most important and the widely given exam, which is there in the SAS certification. Now, if you look at the structure of the SAS-based certification and the structure of SAS business analyst, playing around with data and extracting those tables and taking out rows as the heading and columns as an entry becomes important part. So, a little idea about this would help. So, if you look at the content of the base programming language, you have accessing the data, and accessing the data, you could have the data coming out from an Excel workbook or a CSV file, or there are two options available like the data lines or the cards or things like that in getting the data. Then you have creating data structures, which is the permanent and the temporary SAS data set. Then manipulating the date value and date thing become important because the date is stored actually in form of number. Then you have exporting data to a comma delimited raw file. So CSV has always been the favorite data storage technology. So CSV is what they'll store it. Control which observation you says and what's an output. Okay. Then we have managing the data, sorting the data, conditionally executing SAS statement, using assignment database in the data step, modifying attributes in option, accumulating subtotal and total in data step statements, using SAS function to manipulate character data, numeric data, and data values. So all of these data have different data type. Doing the do loops, process data with arrays and validate and treat data. Then you have generate report and handle error. So generate report using the print command, generate summary reports, frequency tables, use of formats like footnotes. So you might require to get that data into a more meaningful way. Now, since the data here is in comma separated values, that's raw data. You don't have any heading of the data except the variable name. So you might be required to actually title and footnote those data to make it sensible. So this is about just the handling of data, simpler exam. In the statistical business analyst, the idea about loop and how data works in SAS would be helpful. But other than that, you can directly give this exam if you like the statistical part of the certification. So this was about the connection.